Anyway. Order the August 13th instructional committee meeting. I am substituting for the chair of the instructional committee, Brenda Hastings. With us, we have committee members Sarah Robinson and Jess Campbell, thank you.
All good.
And also school board members Jim Richards and Barb Higgins are sitting in this evening.
Appoint her to be the voting.
And
I'll be the
yes,
voter.
I will appoint
Thank
you to
you.
be voting unless Ms. Sadowski arrives.
Sounds good.
All right, great. And tonight's agenda includes the draft calendar review for the 26-27 school year. We haven't even started the 25-26 school year yet.
Whoa.
This is
Whoa.
education.
Oh.
Talk
We are
about-
not procrastinating.
Talk about Russian
Yeah.
summer.
We are not procrastinating.
The proposed
Oh,
professional
goodness.
development plan for the 25-26 school year. So
Awesome.
we'll turn it over to Assistant
Oh, my
Superintendent
goodness.
Yorla.
Thank you very much, and all of these are in draft form. So in its entirety tonight, I don't anticipate any votes. So as typically is done, we have versions of the 26-27 district calendar, which goes to the instructional committee first and then is sent to the full committee, full board for consideration. It's been looked at by our administrative council, and we have yet to have passed it by the CEA and for staff to weigh in for consideration. So what you're seeing are just preliminary documents. We're going to start with document 1, version 1. At the top, it's highlighted as version 1. I have it up on the screen if you need to look. So essentially, version 1 is showing us starting school with our traditional PD days on the 24th and 25th. Students coming to school on the 26th as the first day, a long weekend for Labor Day. And of note, this calendar was particularly challenging to do because of Labor Day occurring so late.
So they would go to school for the 26, 27, 28, and then the next week through Monday to Thursday. So
So
that's,
2 4-day weeks. That's a little better.
that's,
Actually, I like that better.
I like that. That's different than what we traditionally do.
Right, so they would have Labor Day off on the 4th, the Labor Day long weekend, the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So it's a good hearty start to the school year. We have our typical professional development days in there, and in this particular draft, which you will find different than version 2 and 3, the holiday in December starts on the 23rd, so it's essentially a week and a half. And the last day of school would be June 11th, including 5 days that would make the last day June 18th, should there be snow days. So there's nothing different. February vacation, April vacation, all fall. The typical holidays fall where they fall, and the PD days are spread out throughout the calendar year. Questions about version 1? No. Okay. So I'm now going
Is
to...
there some magic to the PE day on the 29th?
January 29th?
Yeah.
Is that a voting day? No, there's no voting or
No,
anything.
I think I think it's just the middle of the school year.
It's the second, it would be 2 weeks in a row. But
Yeah, we had that
Yeah.
Christmas vacation, then Martin Luther King Day, then that. Yeah, we've talked about that before.
And I'm also noticing March is also a Friday, so we don't always like to do Fridays for professional development days because we like to spread it out throughout the week. So that's a consideration. Absolutely.
doesn't address my problem because the next week is, I always think that we should try and do it for the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Okay. Oh, that's a great professional development day.
Not because.
No, I know, I don't.
Because a lot of families
Yeah.
let their kids stay up.
They do. You're
Late.
not
That's a
wrong.
good point. Yeah.
That, but that does put it like a week from
Break.
February break.
I do have to say that it's typical that we do October, November for voting, October because NEA Day is a day that we always allow for staff to go to NEA events. And then we always do a January and a March. So if you want to propose anything different to those PD days,
The only
that's
thing that would
be a
make early
problem.
February make more sense is it's a bit back from Christmas break. You know, you're gone for Christmas, and then you have Martin Luther King Day, and then it's like another whole month of 3-day and 4-day weeks.
Yeah.
But I think it's
What is probably we should ask what's the best thing for teachers'
Yeah, what
development,
teachers-
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because that's
really
what we're
gonna-
talking about here.
Yeah.
It's actually what's the best time for teachers'
And that's
development,
probably
in which
6 of one,
case
half a
lean
dozen
more
of
on
the
you.
other.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not going to know that until we come up with 2 versions that we're going to run by the CEA, right?
Yeah, and
Are
I
we
would
going to
say
stick with the 3? Do you think?
we can propose a 4th, or you can propose a
Oh,
4th.
geez,
It's within your
that's too many.
purview. But in response to that, when, for example, last year, we were rolling out the iReady math program, and so that spacing of PD days was really perfect for try it, PD, try it, PD,
Ooh,
try
yeah.
it, PD. This year, we're rolling out the Changemakers SEL program.
Awesome.
The
that
other
makes sense.
question then would be, and I don't know if this is better or worse for families, and I'd be interested in hearing feedback on that, but then do we do it like we do Columbus Indigenous Persons Day and do it as a 4-day weekend and do the P Day on the 15th?
Oh, right.
Of January,
March.
January.
January,
Would be.
to make it a 4-day
the
weekend
with
Oh,
Martin
gotcha,
Luther
gotcha,
King
gotcha.
Day.
instead
Okay,
of the
okay, okay.
29th.
Oh, okay.
So you're proposing the 25th?
No, I was proposing
The
the
15th.
15th.
Oh, I'm
Of
sorry.
January,
Okay.
to make that a 4-day weekend for families.
I don't know if that's better or worse for families. Sometimes, 2 days,
It's an interesting thought.
though.
I'm perfectly fine. Like, when I look at this schedule, I think, okay, I'm going to be working from home. My kids are going to be stuck in my house. I'm not going to have childcare. I might be able to finagle them with someone else, but I'm looking at, like, December, having a ton of time off. I feel like it's balanced with the other months because March has nothing going on, right?
I wasn't touching March.
You weren't touching March, you're just talking about January.
I was just talking about the January date, like.
Oh, and
then
making
you
it,
have
just
Mon-
making it a 4-day weekend.
Well, you have Monday one. I had said we could push it out into February, one day, or does it make sense to combine? I'm just asking questions. I don't actually have a strong preference here.
Oh, cool. All right.
I just
I mean, I love a 4-day weekend.
maybe we want a version with that and get some community feedback.
Just as long as it's not a 4-day weekend for staff, right?
Right.
No,
No.
there would be a PD day.
Day.
Yeah.
Two PD.
Be it.
Just the
Oh no, just the
No,
one.
just one, the other's
yeah.
a holiday.
So, a little.
It's an idea.
Yeah, so.
Okay, we'll sit on that for a bit,
Parking
and I'll
lot.
go to version 2. So, version 2, you can see starting quite early,
2 days earlier.
starting the 20th and 21st of
Oh, for
August
Teachers, yeah.
Oh.
for teachers, and then students starting actually the 24th,
And doing the whole week.
doing a whole week and the next 4 days, and then having the Labor Day weekend of the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Oh.
The other major difference in this one, all of the PD days are staying the same, is that the proposal is to do a full 2 weeks for the holidays in December.
And when would graduation be?
Graduation's
Same,
gonna
on
stay the
same.
12th.
Same.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
on all 3
12th
versions.
is, yeah, good.
And on this particular one, June 11th would be the last.
So the same, that doesn't change. We start 2 days earlier to add 2 days to Christmas vacation.
Christmas.
That's essentially the change.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I'm open to any of these things. I really only care what the teachers think.
Well, I'm interested,
You know what I mean?
I'd be interested in what the teachers,
Yeah. Okay, so let's
So
go to
I have
version
to say,
3.
the administrators were concerned about the early start in August because they felt that the students who were doing some extended learning throughout the year, summer school, et cetera, were not going to have enough of a vacation break. They thought that was awfully
That's
early.
legitimate, yeah.
I
And
don't
because,
like the early start. That third week of August is early for teachers as well.
and I might
so
suspect
hot for
that this would not be favorable for
It wouldn't pass the
educators.
sniff test.
I'd be concerned for the school that does not have air conditioning.
Bingo.
Well, on both ends, that I get concerned.
I always get concerned on that, but, that's
There's
the
more
third week in
chilly
August.
Junes than there are chilly Augusts. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
That's a third week in August. I'd just be a little concerned about that because, we've done a great job with regards to environment in schools, but Runlet will still be
Yeah.
hot.
Oh, and I'll get an earful of it from my kids.
Do you know it's 98 degrees in my classroom?
Well, the teachers too have a hard time,
Managing it.
difficult time managing that type of a situation. And they're uncomfortable as well, so
Yeah.
it's a
Yep.
tough situation on them, I think. I just get concerned about teachers the third week of August,
I mean, what was it today? 93? We're almost there. We're a week away from that. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, it was great. It was a beautiful summer
we weren't in
day.
the classroom.
But being in a
I was
classroom.
floating in a rubber pool
There you
on a
go.
busy corner above White's Park with my naked 4-year-old. Okay, did everyone get that?
Perfect.
How was parking?
Okay.
Wait, can we go on?
Okay,
to-
move
Well,
on.
we're on item 3.
So I do want to say, as a result of the administrators looking at version 2,
Yeah.
they actually helped to create version 3.
Which I
Not-
like that. Even though I'm not I like the early releases from school. If I were a teacher, I'd probably like version 3, just because it would give me 2 weeks in the middle and it's not super late. It's 2 days after graduation. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
So with version 3, we're looking at start for professional days on the 24th and 25th, similar to version 1. Everything is the same as version 1, except rather than having the holiday break start on the
On Wednesday.
23rd,
Yeah, it's just 2 days at the end
it,
instead of the
it,
beginning.
it extends the holiday break in December to 2 weeks, and it adds 2 days at the end. So the graduation, so the last day of school for students would be the 15th.
Graduation would still be the 12th.
Graduation would still be
So
the 12th.
it's really an
Sure, I
identical
like-
schedule, just where are the 2 days that give you 2 weeks?
Right.
The beginning of the school
So
year,
yeah,
the end of the school.
it looks like people are gonna be sort of like
So-
really mulling over 1 and 3.
Well, I guess one of my questions, and I feel like we had this one year, is that the union has traditionally not been willing to start the week until the week before Labor Day, which would not be until August 31st this year. So what is that calendar, like, what is that version of the calendar?
So that
look
version
like?
would. it would
My
not be-
version has you there June.
It has you, they're late June.
So they, 31 and 1 would be the professional development. So 1, 2, yeah, so it would be,
That is so.
yeah.
You
yeah.
would live, it would be, you would be going to like June 25th, potentially,
Without
think?
snow days,
with snow days.
or
I
with
think.
snow days.
Yeah, because it just pushes these red numbers.
Yeah, so yeah, the red numbers would now be 21, 22, 23, yeah. Okay,
I
that
won't-
is the latest you can have track camp, so quite frankly, we're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
I have issues now.
But it's, we're not worried about any
It's so
particular
late.
groups, but
It's so late though. That's.
I don't know, I don't know that the teachers would want that. It's the fact that that Labor Day is the 7th is so late may change how they feel. I don't wanna prejudge what they're
No,
gonna
but I just wanna
like.
be,
We
that
can be,
I
has
think in the
been where we've been in the
sometimes
past.
too, in the presentation, if we acknowledge, look, typically we start that week before Labor Day, but with Labor Day so late, it would push school to the potentially the very end of June. We feel this is a good balance. Maybe they would be less
Amenable
likely to be
to it.
pissy about it.
Yeah, yeah.
because normally they'd say then we have the option of making this after Labor Day, and that would just be a disaster, cause now you'd have no Christmas break and you'd still be till late June.
Everybody would be mad.
Yeah, okay, that's an option.
I mean, version 3 is fine. I personally prefer
Version one?
One, because half weeks of childcare can be a real
Nightmare.
nightmare. And you know, so, you know, if we could set the end date, the latest possible end date is the 18th, like that to me seems
That would be
easier
better.
for families to adjust to, and 2 weeks of Christmas is gonna be a lot, I think, for you know, when, because there isn't, you know, Christmas, there aren't a lot of camp options and stuff like that, and we're gonna experience that this year, so I don't know if we need to do it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that's legit.
But that's my preference. I don't know if other people have, and we're not voting, just like,
No, I've got no proclivities either way.
Yeah, I'm either way. I think the middle one should go away.
Yeah, other than that.
But thank you very much for your
Yeah, this
hard
is
work
hard
on
work.
this,
Yeah.
on the options and
You're
looking at
welcome.
this.
So, we don't need a vote to move it forward to the board, so we're all set with that, right? Okay, so up for discussion.
I think this is the earliest I've ever seen the calendar come out.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oftentimes we're,
I was gonna say, in my time here,
Yeah.
this is the
I
earliest
think we
I've seen
usually
a
vote on
calendar.
it as a board in October or November,
It's
right?
usually October, November, and
Sometime in
usually I
November.
see it a week or two before. I think you've
Well,
done a lot of early work on it, I
haven't talked
appreciate
to
it.
the, yeah, so, but yes.
I'm sure parents appreciate it, the earlier we can get it out there.
Yes, I do, like, by September 1st, I'm like, I'm trying to book my vacation for next year.
Well, and,
That's it.
well,
Or figure out camps.
Camps
or-
is the
yeah.
thing that anybody who has kids knows that trying to figure out camps is like,
Yes.
you know, it's,
Trying to pin a wave to the sand.
well, yeah,
It's like there's no options. They're super expensive. The ones that I mean, my kids are super picky too. We just did a 90s style summer. They were bored out of their minds.
Love it.
Oh, they hated it and I loved
Good.
it.
Yeah, we did one more 80s style on my map, but yeah, we did one and we're not doing another.
That's legit. Learn that lesson. Well, let's talk about that proposed professional development
Yes,
draft,
please.
yeah?
Okay, and I just want to remind people, this is a draft. I have a meeting with the Professional Development Committee coming up in September.
Okay.
So in the meantime, though, because our PD days are so front-loaded, August and then October, November, and I'm scrambling, I just needed to spend the summer getting this organized. So at the very top of this, I'll share
That's
with
good.
you. At the very top of this document, I just want to point out the PD days, the Professional Development Days, are August 25th and August 26th. And the first day for all of our educational assistants and tutors is August 26th, which is we typically do an opening day. And you'll see that they're designated throughout this document as either building level days or district level days. And this was different than usual. The principals had just asked if they could just have a day or two that's devoted to just their buildings to work on initiatives that they might have.
Right. I remember we started that and they loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you started that and
Yeah.
they loved it.
So
yeah.
I think that's a good compromise.
I do too.
And so our first sort of official October 10th PD day is also the NEA day. I'm not sure where that's going to be held. They had reached out to us and asked us to do Concord High, and with everything that's going on with our maintenance and our ability to host that many people, it just isn't possible this year. So I put down there that it's both building and district choice day because some of the trainings are going to be mandated trainings. So for example, we have 8 to 3, a full day of continued iReady training. And then the Concord High School had asked for Brian Stack, who works with NHLI, New Hampshire Learning Initiative, to come and continue to do work that's related to their initiatives around professional learning communities. So that's a day that they have contracted with them. Runlet Middle School really wants to work on restorative practices with their staff on that day, so they'll be building-based. And then we have to have our educational assistants trained with Change Makers, the SEL program. So they'll be doing those trainings for 2 hours. We have also required CPI trainings that need to take place. We have Medicaid training that needs to take place, and some options for some other choice activities, which follow onto the back of the document, not for this particular, actually for this particular one.
Oh.
We have some plans for social workers, school psychs. We're going to continue with our AI initiative, and we'll do some continued Schoology training. This is not complete. This is just a starter list. And again, it's hard to anticipate how many teachers will actually go off to NEA, so we can't have too many things that we're saying, like, you have
Are
to be
required,
here.
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So then we go on to November 4th, which seems like it follows really quickly after October 10th. And this is going to be a district level, and it's going to be district level for the entire day. So November 4th is where we have a huge amount of choices for persons. Anywhere from some executive functioning training, some social emotional learning training. We have some work with Discovery Ed, which is a software platform. We have continued AI training, suicide prevention, continued work with social workers, and you can see as the list goes on, the menu will grow substantially. But it will be a day where people will there'll be 3 2-hour blocks in the day, and people will pick what choices they'd like for the entire day.
I
Nice.
guess, what about like some of the sort of basics, like our math and reading programs? Will they be added as things that people can focus
Yeah.
on?
Absolutely, absolutely. And even there's some instances where people can go onto Schoology, and we've developed modules for them, and they can say, I want to do this 2-hour module. We could do some modules around the science of reading. we can do continued modules around iReady, so it's going to be catered toward whatever people might feel that they need.
Do people get to choose, or do their principals encourage them in any cases where they think they may need to work on professional development?
It's the majority of a choice. One of the things I forgot to add to this list is to work on the next generation science standards, because looking at our SAS data with science, so we're gonna have some presentations with that too. So, and you can write down NGSS. So there are some people who might, the principals may say, the administrators may say, I would really love for you to work on this. But in the past, it's really just been like the last one we did, we had 60 choices.
And that's,
Oh, my.
and that's nice, I guess, but are
Seems
those,
like too many.
that's what I'm, like, are we paying, how much does 60 choices cost us compared to 30 choices, but also, what is it, do we then get enough of what we think we need to be focusing on as a district, so we've seen some improvement in our math. And I know we spent a lot of time in professional development last year on iReady and then the new math program. And so I guess some choices are good, but it feels like there should be
Consistency with the
what do we as a district want to get out of it? And I am curious how much 60 choices cost versus.
Some of it is teachers training teachers.
Yeah.
I would say to you that some of the feedback that we've got from surveys from the professional development is, can we just have one day where we pick what we want? But I do agree with you. It's all of these choices are tied to our strategic plan.
Yeah, I just like that. The first 3 days seem very choice focused too, or building focused. So this is supposed to be the district.
This is
day.
the district day, and
So,
everything it would be.
what are
Well, the thing I get concerned about is like with 60 choices, it's not only cost and all, but who reviews those programs to make sure that they're effective and meeting what we really want them to do? That's kind of a lot of work for somebody to have 60 choices as opposed
right?
to 30 choices.
Myself and the PD committee.
And yeah, absolutely. And I know you're a pretty busy person. It seems like if you said, okay, this year we're going to have 30 choices. Next year we might have, different choices. Or, but I'm just concerned that, are they reviewing it, or is it just like, okay, this is teacher and figure it out? And then you don't know if somebody's struggling or somebody needs a little assistance or help and all, because I think those are great programs, but not everybody is great at putting together a training. Some people need some assistance or some guidance. And I'm just looking at this and thinking, you're going to be weeks trying to review these things. And that's where I look at the 60. It just seems, I like choice, but you've got to kind of limit it in a little bit just for practicality purposes.
I like choice too, but I feel like it should be tighter based on what we want in terms of student outcomes and student support. So like restorative justice, and restorative practices, that sounds good. The AI, but what's going to benefit the largest number of kids is sort of what we've substantially increased over the past few years our professional development budget, but I think it has to be focused well on reading and math and the science, and if those are the things, if science is this year's focus,
Sure.
then we should
That's and
focus
actually,
on science.
yeah, science and reading.
Yeah.
And I do have to say that there's this forgotten group of people when we do PD who've always said, well, none of it relates to me. And so I was able to reach out and find somebody to do a day of work with the health and PE teachers.
Nice.
Yeah,
Because
no, I think
I think
that's-
I remember.
that's great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
No, but yeah.
And so something that
We often
pertains
went
to
to other
music
places
or
to
pertains to the
Yeah.
world language. So some of those choices come in as a result of those specialties. Like you'll see Susan Rydell doing art therapy.
That's so cool.
So for the art teachers to try to do some PD specific to them. But I have to say, at the bottom of this, Alyssa Sarah, Susan, and Nancy were all here before and got incredible reviews.
And what do they do? What do they?
So
coming
Alyssa
for?
Johnson is doing executive functioning. Sarah Sherman is SEL. Susan Rydell's the art therapist, and Nancy Rose is Discovery Education.
Oh, cool.
So, and she can focus in on the sciences too. And then I have a commitment from Stephanie Bowser and Wendy Harrison to do some next generation science. Really look at the SAS results and drill down into them and say, how are we going to better teach this particular standard?
Nice.
So right now, there's not 60 choices at all, but it is the one day in the calendar, and I would take any feedback that you want about that and to take into consideration some more of the reading and math. Next year, we will be piloting a reading program,
Yeah.
or a couple of reading programs, so.
But if, like, I guess the question is when you come to choice, and so you're gonna spend with next generation science, are we going to require the science teachers and those others who may be to be at the science section?
That's where the guidance would come from the principals, yeah. That would be very important.
Additionally, like I also see that giving our educators an opportunity to explore something that they have a curiosity about can help really imbue some new innovative styles into their classrooms. Like you can be a math teacher and take an art therapy course and start to integrate that into your curriculum because you know you have kiddos that are more kinetic learners, right? So I think a good diversity of stuff is great, and I don't want to be too prescriptive.
No, but I do wanna make sure that
We're getting what we want out of
we're
it.
getting what we want, what parents want, what our taxpayers want.
Agreed, and simultaneously getting what is going to bring teachers joy and help them feel
Yeah.
excited about being in the classroom and be more innovative. So yeah, good luck. It's not an easy task, but this looks great so far.
And we have to consider that it's usually a minimum of 25 per classroom, unless we can get a large space.
Yeah, we
So
have
we
a
were
lot
at
of
Runlet last
schools.
year for PD. Why were we at Runlet? I forget.
Last year for PD.
We couldn't use the high school.
There was, what was going on what happened, what was at the high school? What time, when was it last year, in November?
It may have been the NEA day, and we didn't have enough classroom space.
Yep.
So we were at Runlet, and
Yep, that sounds about right. What fun.
so I'll bring your feedback to the professional development committee and
Yeah.
take that into consideration.
I know that this usually comes to the board, right? No?
Nope.
Just comes to the, okay.
Well, thank you for letting us peek
It'd
at it.
be helpful to, if this comes back, some of the acronyms, spelling them out, because I'm not sure I know what ASQ is or other things.
I don't know what UA was. What? UA?
No, ASQ.
Oh, no, for me, I don't know what UA was.
Oh, okay, yeah, or CPI. I think I've heard that term before, I'm trying to remember.
Consumer Price Index.
No, I think
That's
it's,
definitely what
I think
it is.
I think it's interventions, but yes, it could be that, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Sorry,
Will
I
do.
come from a different set
Will
of
do.
acronyms.
Didn't notice at all.
Different alphabet soup.
Do you
Yep.
have other?
And so January 30th will be building-based, and again, continuing those initiatives at Concord High School with the professional learning communities, and at Runlet Middle School with the restorative practices, and then the elementaries will focus on what they need. And then, so the last one is district, and this one, to your point, exactly, is a little bit more targeted. So we will have Responsive Classroom, which is an initiative. We just finished up Responsive Classroom training this week. We will have something for our phys ed teachers and health teachers. We will have Dana come to work with our ELL teachers. And Aubrey Nelson, does that name sound familiar to you? She's a parent at Krista McAuliffe, who I met with.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yes, now if you
And really wanted to see some more hands-on activities, and is very familiar with the next generation science standards. So she's offered to do a day of PD for us.
That's
Community
so-
involvement, baby.
Yes.
That's awesome. Way to go, Kim.
She's doing half days, actually. And then we'd have Nancy Rose back, and in the afternoon, we're going to continue with the professional learning community model, where from 1 to 3, all grade levels get together, and we're hoping that they will talk about science on this particular day. And so all third grade teachers run by an administrator, all fourth grade teachers, and then all content teachers from Runlet and the high school, so all math teachers are together in a professional learning community.
Oh, that's great.
All science teachers with a prompt and a goal.
Awesome.
That's awesome, Kim. Thank you for that hard work.
Can we have at one of the all staff sessions, or maybe can we invite the Concord Trust to come and present to the teachers about what grants are available
Sure.
to them for projects?
That's a really good
I think
idea.
that would be great to just because I don't know how much everybody knows, but just to, 5 minutes, about the grants being available.
Sure.
Good idea. Good thinking, Pam.
I don't know when it would be, but
Yeah.
I will put that
at
in.
one of the sessions where
Or
we
maybe they have a table,
yeah.
like maybe they're just hanging out to make
Or
themselves
maybe
available.
it's
like if-
opening day. I don't know, but
yeah.
So back to opening day, August 25th. So as mentioned before, we have a presenter. This is where but this is a presenter coming in from Georgia to do an AI session. And we just got off the phone with 2 other presenters that are going to be wing persons. And so I invite you all to attend if you'd like to. 8 to probably about 10:30 will be the keynote speaker. And then 10:30 to 12 we'll break off into sessions with these wing persons and do some more targeted training. And it's all around artificial intelligence. And likewise, the elementary teachers will be being trained with change makers on that day. And August 26th, we'll start our day at 8 o'clock at Memorial. And if it's bad weather, we will go to the gym at the high school, and they're prepared for that. And then building-based meetings.
Love it.
Thank you.
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you for
You're
giving us a peek into how y'all are doing.
It's just very, very draft form at this point, but I just wanted to do exactly that, just give you kind of a preview,
That's great. Thank you.
okay?
anything else?
Can I add
Yeah.
something quick? So we had policy committee meeting last night, and we chit-chatted about the bell-to-bell cell phone ban.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
this. So it was our sort of feeling as a committee that that the teachers are the ones that are in the trenches, so we should leave a lot of it to them. This is not at all what the teachers want. The teachers want to be able to say to their students, school district policy says no cell phones. You know what I mean?
Well, they can say state law says no cell
Yeah, they can,
phones.
right. But they were just, so I reached out to several, like
Yep.
like not just the normal loud ones. But, and the big feeling is that, they very much don't want to have to be the ones to decide all of it. They just want to be able, initially to start the school year, to be able to say, this is it.
fair.
And so the reason I'm sharing it is this is instructional committee. I reached out to Kara. We're going to try to get together and have another policy meeting that's more of a discussion. We've invited Jay. It would really be good for instructional committee because that's the classroom piece. I'm just inviting you to be a part of the conversation. I think
I think Tim would be a good.
Yes, he's coming as well.
Oh, because
Yes,
Jay,
oh, yes, of course.
I mean, Jay's already implemented it.
well, and that's so
Yeah.
it's just so he can say here's some bumps, here's what did work, here's what didn't.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's a couple of schools that have implemented it already ahead of time. Hopkinton's one of them, and somewhere else. So I've reached out to get a copy of their policy, and maybe someone that will chat with me. But it's going to be a life shift for sure for students and teachers. That everyone's really stressed about it. So
I think I was at that committee meeting yesterday too as well, and I think the feeling from the committee at that point was, to let the administrators take the lead. And
Yeah.
have you put together a framework
yeah.
for the policy that we would eventually.
Well, I assume it needs to go in the student handbook,
So today
which we do have to approve, right?
Today, we reviewed the student handbook and language for that. It was crafted by Terry Wolf, and Tim and myself and Jay all weighed in on some little tweaks. So we're prepared with consequent 1, consequent 2,
oh,
consequent 3.
good. I mean, it's just, I just feel, having stood in front of a classroom full of kids with cell phones, it's impossible sometimes. Okay, wonderful. So that's all.
Y'all are
And there's a
prepared.
draft policy that's going to go to the policy committee,
Okay,
Um,
good.
so.
Cool.
All right, that's good to know.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, I don't wanna
Not that
make
you-
the teachers the bad guys, but,
No, and I'm happy to be the bad guy
we'll
here.
be the bad guys.
I'll be the bad.
The legislature's the
The
bad.
legislature.
Yes, the legislature.
Legislature has pretty much
Yes.
defined it, so.
Yeah.
Villainous.
Okay, great.
So that was all.
I think that's it on our agenda.
I think that is it on our agenda.
All right.
And motion to adjourn,
So moved. Seconded.
moved by Ms. Higgins, second by Ms. Robinson. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
We are adjourned.
Another question
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank
That
you for
was-
being here.
The fastest meeting I've ever done.